Well, now that the actor strike is officially over, movies and TV shows can go back into production, and there's none that I'm looking forward to more than Deadpool 3. Now, of course, Deadpool had a May release date, and we were kind of hoping in the early days of the strike, because they were already like well halfway into shooting the movie by the time the strike began. And so we remained optimistic that maybe Deadpool, if they could get the strike done quickly, might still be able to hold on to that May release date. Well, about a month ago, it became official. Marvel pulled Deadpool 3 off the release calendar for that May date, but it may be coming sooner than we thought. This comes to us from the folks over at the Hollywood Reporter, who writes this, talking about how everything is now ramping up to go back into production. There's rampant speculation on the threequel. Remember, this is coming from the Hollywood Reporter, which was about halfway done shooting when the SAG strike began, that it will swap release dates with fellow Marvel movie, Captain America: Brave New World, which is largely done and set to fly into theaters on July 26th. That way, Deadpool 3 can still be released in the summer, a lucrative corridor for superhero movies. The filmmakers have also done editing and special effects work on Deadpool 3 while the strike was going on. So basically, what they're saying here is that you had Captain America 4 was scheduled to come out at the end of July, and Deadpool was scheduled to come out in the early part of May. Well, we know Deadpool got pulled off that May date. They're saying that, you know what, Captain America 4 is really close to being finished, and they can move that up to the Deadpool date and then move Deadpool back to July 26th, because even though the actor strike has been going on, they had half the film shot already, and editing and visual effects work wasn't being affected by the strike. So they've been working post-production on Deadpool, has been working around the clock. Now, to add to this, Ryan Reynolds just got on social media and talking about Dogpool and stuff like that. But he mentioned once the strike ended, he mentioned in his social media that the movie's going to come in the summer, which would fit exactly in. So Disney and Marvel already have that July date locked in for a major release, Captain America 4. You swap that into the May date if it is indeed ready to go. You give them that couple of months, 2.5 extra months to get Deadpool ready. And if they've been able to continue to work on a lot of the post-production stuff, I don't see any reason why maybe they couldn't get this done. And it seems like that's what they're saying. That seems like what Ryan Reynolds is talking about, that they want to get that. Guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's video, Mint Mobile. Signing your life away to a big wireless provider is kind of like being trapped on a roller coaster from hell. Sure, it looks like fun at first. They probably even threw in a free phone, but now you can't get off. Month after month of insane bills and unexpected thrills, like overages and surprise fees. If that sounds like your current big wireless plan, it's time to get off the ride with Mint Mobile. For a limited time, wireless plans from Mint Mobile are just $15 a month. That's unlimited talk, text, and data for just $15 a month. You guys know, before I came to Mint Mobile, I was paying triple what I am paying now on the standard big wireless plan, and I will never go back. All plans come with unlimited talk, text, and high-speed data delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. Use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and bring your phone number along with all your existing contacts. To get your new unlimited wireless plan for just $15 a month and get the plan shipped right to your door for free, go to mintmobile.com/Campea. That's mintmobile.com/Campea. Cut your wireless bill to just $15 a month at mintmobile.com/Campea. So Kris, we're looking at two significant things here. Number one, we could be looking at getting Captain America 4 a lot earlier than we thought we were going to get it, if it does indeed take over that old Deadpool release date in May, which Deadpool won't be able to make. And then Deadpool, which I was starting to fear, you remember we talked about this, I was starting to worry that we may not be getting Deadpool till like Christmas of 2024, or hell, even maybe early 2025. But it sounds like maybe late July, because Reynolds is saying summer. The Hollywood Reporter article is saying they're talking about it taking over the Captain America spot. This is clearly not official. Let's be clear. It's not official, but that seems to be what they're aiming towards. And as long as the order of this doesn't affect, like, as long as something doesn't happen in Deadpool 3 that you need to have seen before you see Captain America 4, which I highly doubt is the case, This is something that sounds very exciting to me. And the idea, okay, maybe we don't get Deadpool 3 in May, but if we can still get it in that summer, I'll be thrilled. Anyway, what do you think about what's being proposed here? Do you think this is what's going to happen? What are the pros? What are the cons? How do you see it?
I think it's really smart, especially with Marvel not having the steadiest track record these days when it comes to the box office.
That's an understatement.
And of course, everything's subjective, but when you look at numbers, those don't lie. And people have not been running to the box, going to see Marvel movies like they used to. We had those projections for the Marvels too, operating lower than Black Adam and The Flash. People aren't as excited about these movies, even though this year we got Guardians 3, which was fabulous, right? We're still just kind of not sure about what they're doing with this version of this phase. And especially something like Brave New World, where again, it's people coming in as new Cap or other characters coming in. Sure, you've got the star power of Harrison Ford, but you don't have the track record of Deadpool. You don't have the wacky, zany antics of Deadpool or the ridiculousness of having Hugh and Ryan in a movie together again. Plus, timeline-wise, if there is something that kind of is a whoopsie doodle, I feel like that's something that they're going to address in movie. Of, oh, no, we can't do that yet. We came out first, remember? Okay, no, just disregard that, ignore it. I think you get to do a lot of those fun jokes of talking about this strike, talking about this order, talking about the changes to Marvel as a whole as well. Because in theory, if this is Deadpool kills the Marvel universe, the cinematic universe in this case, you can also start implementing what Feige and the folks at Marvel are doing with Marvel properties moving forward. Talking about the streamlining of things, making things less connected, etc. And you can really use that movie as a fun meta way to talk about how you're trying to make this work for your consumer without being, I don't know, a kind of fan bootlicker. Just trying to, hey, yeah, we've made some missteps. We've tried a couple of things. I'm Deadpool. Who gives a shit? Let's go. So I think this is a really, really fun move too, because it's just going to set you up for having a even better experience when you go see Brave New World. And it allows you to make some changes to that film as well, given this new direction with Marvel.
Yeah, I see a lot of, now the only concern that I think a lot of the viewers, because I've seen some of the viewers mention this in the live chat, and the one that I would have too is making sure Deadpool has enough time to get finished. Now, remember, this isn't them rushing the movie. I mean, the script's written. They shot half the film already. It's not like they're rushing the development of the film. They've got all the development done. Like, everything's ready to go. But they lost 3 3/4 months of production time. They're gaining back by moving to from early May to late July. They're gaining back a little over 2.5 months. So that's still like a 1.25 month deficit. But if they already had half the movie shot and they continue to do a lot of post-production while the strike was going on, I think they'll be able to do it. I don't even think it's going to be a case where, well, you're going to see some visual effects that don't quite look right. Like, I think that gives them enough time. Because what are we, November? So like December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July. I mean, that's still 8 months away.
It is still quite a while. It is something that I think we all should be cognizant of, just because of all of the things that have come out about VFX artists being really pushed, burning out, just people running through them because of the workload, working those 18+ hour days. But with all the talk of unionization, I think that Disney, this go, is probably going to be much more aware of how they're working these folks, or at least, the very least, the optics of it, especially coming out of this 114-day strike for the actors, 148-day strike for the writers.
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.